We're back. So, right, I was trying. Okay, we're here. I was in Adam's session, right? And like I say, Adam's been here 3 years right now. And I was torn then between whether going, hurrah, we're back, or just going into talking about Adam. That's why it went funny. And my takeaway from Adam, which has been consistent every year, was basically, how do you expect to build a global business, global brand, whatever you're building online, if you don't know your neighbor's name, right? And if you can't get past that, speaking to your neighbors, speaking to the people around you, those foundations of human connection, how are you going to do that kind of in the big, real digital world? So, Adam, thank you as always for an amazing session. I was in that. And Emily, takeaway from Anna's?
The one takeaway I got was just don't ever mention Avenger, and someone is sacking an Avenger.
Yeah, so let not mention Avenger, which I was smiling as Emily was chuckling away to herself. We have got Steen now on the run up to lunch. So do say hi in the comments. Make sure we get the love rolling and the questions going, and we can answer them at the end. Let's bring Steen on, shall we?
Yeah. Hi, Steen.
Hi, Steen. You're right.
You doing? Yeah, good. Thank you.
So why have we got Steen?
Why have we got Steen here? Well, we met Steen, like we got introduced, like we do with lots of people, and they said, you need to speak to Steen. And Steen has this absolute passion for this world that we know nothing about, right? We're happy to admit we know nothing about. But we recognize the opportunity that comes from it. So we've asked Steen to come and basically start to demystify this world, these terms that I imagine most of us have heard. And, that's it. We want to get ready with that, don't we? Right, should we just hand over to Steen? Because I don't think we've bigged him up in the right way. I don't think we're doing you justice, Steen, because I know how important it is. So we're just going to let you talk about it.
However, Steen, you've got incredible teeth, man.
Yeah, right.
I do.
Don't do that. I'm really paranoid about my teeth, Emily.
It's the HD effect on the camera, I think. It's bringing it out a bit.
Fairly white.
It's working. Right, we're going to disappear, Steen, and we're going to bring on your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So, Web3, the biggest change in modern times is at hand at this very moment. It took the internet 12 years to reach mainstream adoption of 1 billion users. Google and Facebook, as many of us know, took them 5 years to reach 1 billion users. AI had its consumer moment, as some of us know, in September 2022, when certain platforms came online, such as DALL-E and Midjourney. AI will cross 1 billion users in June 2023, when Copilot, Microsoft Office's embedded AI, powered by our favorite ChatGPT, is fully launched. That is 9 months from public access to 1 billion users. Just to kind of visually sort of see what that looks like in comparison, it's a once in a lifetime change. So I'm having a bit of a tech issue there. So as Alan and Emily mentioned, my name is Steen. I'm a digital growth strategist, and I work with the sponsors of the digital circus, Get Set for Growth. In my time, I built businesses in the areas of events and e-commerce, but I now, as mentioned, I focus my time on supporting other businesses grow through their adoption of the technologies that make up Web3. Web3 is the technological evolution of the web, a nexus of technologies that will change how we live our digital lives. And considering all the different ways that we live our digital lives now through social media and our gaming platforms, community platforms, much like this, the impact can't be underestimated. The two technologies I specifically focus on are blockchain and artificial intelligence. Blockchain is going to change the world. Do not doubt me on this, but it's still maybe 2 to 3 years away. AI is changing the world today, right now. And this is something we really need to understand as small businesses. The pace of change is equal parts incredibly exciting for people like myself anyway, but also equally terrifying. And I want to share with you just a couple of ideas and opportunities that AI present to us. AI and productivity, and AI and how it can help our creativity. In a world dominated by tech giants, it can be easy to forget how much technology has already helped support us as small businesses. We take it for granted that we can now own our own media platforms. Much as Paul was discussing earlier in his podcast talk, we can spin up a media platform and have audio, video, and written down in no time. And we can spin up a business with next to no money and access a potential consumer base of billions. Not so long ago, this was within the realms of only global businesses, TV studios, Disney's, the Walmarts. Yes, all of us know in this room that running one of these new businesses is not easy. We have to be marketers, we have to be business strategists, we have to be copywriters, audiovisual experts. However, we do have the opportunity, which was not the case that long ago. And now this has changed again. The playing field is being leveled once more. No longer do we need to have the skills of a marketer, of a business strategist, of a copywriter, of an audio video producer, even programming. AI can and is already helping to fill these gaps. Once again, the resources that once limited to the largest companies will be available to everyone in this virtual room. And I want to state now, this is not about us all being replaced by robots. This is a new set of tools and resources available to everyone. And this is about empowering yourself. The important thing is that you do not ignore this technology. What you need to do is to sit up and take notice, to be curious. This technology is changing so fast that the large companies will not be able to keep up, or even if they are able to keep up, they won't be able to implement this new technology fast enough. As small businesses, we are agile, we are nimble, and we can make quick changes to how we operate. I think it is important at this stage that I do highlight some of the dangers of AI that many of you are probably thinking, either in here now or have been, as you've seen AI take over our social media feeds. As much as AI is an incredible opportunity, it is a huge challenge to our society. AI runs the risk of further centralizing the power of the big companies. They own our content, they own our data, they own our virtual identities. With AI, they now not only own it, they can also shape and influence it through the use of AI. We can see a world where AI starts to shape our laws, our culture, and our policies through the content that we are putting in and the way that AI is used. Then further, with the proliferation of AI-generated content and deep fakes, and I apologize to Greta for this next image, the creation of imagery that is obviously fake as well, showing moments with political figures that could have unforeseen consequences on our world. The answers to these challenges are not easy, but for us to be able to understand them, to influence them, we need to be active participants in this world. We can't just ignore it. It is here to stay, and it will grow with or without you. We can influence this through our votes, the ballot vote, voting with the pounds in our pockets, or voting through our use, such as how our data is used. Now, onto the opportunities. And as small business owners, I'm sure we've all said this at some point or another. I wish there were two of me. And this is the most obvious use case and opportunity to AI. It is amazing power within productivity. A study by MIT showed an increase in productivity of 0.8 deviation. And now, being someone who never went to university, this means absolutely nothing to me. So I asked ChatGPT to explain this in a bit more layman's terms. It basically means for a 27-minute task, and don't ask me why it was 27 minutes, it now takes 17 minutes. And this is for a median worker. For a poor worker, the results were even greater. It showed also an increase in the quality, bringing all workers up to the standard of the top quartile of workers. Now let's extrapolate that out to 1 billion users. Well, over the next 3 months, as I mentioned, Microsoft will be rolling out Copilot and Loom. This is basically AI being embedded in all your favorite Microsoft Office tools. Whether you like Microsoft or not, it's getting rolled out to all of them. This is AI-powered Word, AI Excel, PowerPoint, Notes, database, email, on and on. But they won't work in silo, they'll work across each other. You have to present a proposal to a big new client that your whole team has been tirelessly working on. You have 6 different Word documents with research spread across them. You have notes, you've got graphs, you've got tables. You ask Copilot to collate all this data into one easy document, plus easy to read Excel sheets. It's done within seconds. Now you ask Copilot, turn this document into a presentation to our client with PowerPoint and build a proposal handout document. Make the PowerPoint handout fit the style of my previous work. Done. Potentially an 8-hour day work is now being done in 15 minutes. A 2013 Harvard review found that the knowledge worker, this is obviously way before COVID, so these numbers might have changed quite a lot, but it found a knowledge worker spends 3 hours on core admin tasks. The rest of the time is meeting, moving around, talking to colleagues, making tea, coffee, having our lunch. The 40% increase we saw above would see that core task would be completed in 3 days rather than 5. Welcome the 3-day work week. See, it's not all bad news with AI. For small business owners and the teams who work with them, we'll see even greater productivity outputs. These studies were done on knowledge workers in large organizations where one's task is usually very siloed and focused. As a small business owner or working in a small business, we have to wear many hats, if not all the hats. Now you have an expert assistant for each department. Need a business strategy? Ask ChatGPT to help you out. Need a marketing strategy? Ask ChatGPT, or maybe Loop Genius. Loop Genius will create a marketing strategy, a website landing page, ads, and a customer funnel all for you within 20 minutes. Need a copywriter? Ask to be an extra expert editor for your blog post. And the advancements keep coming. The iPhone had the App Store. ChatGPT has the plugin store to be released within the next few weeks. Now you have ChatGPT and your favorite software and business providers. In the demo that ChatGPT shared, they shared someone asking for restaurant recommendations in San Francisco and requesting a simple vegan meal for Sunday. ChatGPT came up with the idea for a restaurant and booking link and found a recipe, ordered the items on Instacart, and even gave a calorie breakdown of the meal. Take this example now and cut it across all your different favorite software integrations and other platforms. Take it now and add it into the search engine. ChatGPT will be able to back up its answers with websites so that you know where the information has come from, getting over some of the AI hallucinations that we've heard about and the mistakes that it's made and the biases. Finally, one of the sort of the biggest parts of data that we all have as small businesses and large businesses is that data is generally proprietary, meaning the data is not in the public domain. With plugins for ChatGPT, Loom for Microsoft, and other tools like Chatscape, you are able to connect your knowledge system to the power of chat. Now you can train an AI on all your customer service emails, your product, your blogs, your research, and use this data to have real-time, personalized conversations with your customers. This technology is available now. A few slides that I missed there. 2 things at once, never one of my strong suits. I needed an AI to do it. Creativity and AI. So AI unlocks a whole new world of creativity and democratizes creativity in a way never seen before. And this is where keeping your edge comes in. The biggest impacts on creativity have occurred through history due to new ways of communicating and sharing ideas. The creation of the written word in Egypt, Greece, Mesopotamia, China, the Renaissance through the expanse of global trade via the sea, connect us to new cultures and new ideas, brought scientists together to push the boundaries. I'm loving the conversations taking place, by the way, in the chat and the use cases that everyone is already sort of finding with ChatGPT and how it's pushing people just to think about this technology in new ways. It'd be quite interesting to go back through it all. The Industrial Revolution brought about quick sea and land travel, the telegram, the radio, the phone, all allowing fast communication, the sharing of ideas. The digital age, we know, has drastically changed our world. And AI is the next step. AI allows us to break down barriers in languages. You can instantly translate what's people talking in different languages to you. Duolingo would release their new edition, if you're a paid subscriber, where you can have a conversational partner in your AI, and it can correct your grammar and understanding in new and powerful ways. It can personalize, as we already discussed, your experiences to each individual, so you can have one-to-one conversations with ChatGPT or one-to-one conversations with your brand. It can help overcome the challenges in communicating and being understood. We'll be talking about how we can communicate a little bit later on, and so maybe some areas that Vanda can start to see how we can kind of the different ways that we communicate and understand, and how NLP has looked into this area where natural language processing models come into this as well. And this is where human comes at the prompt, in case I've forgotten to move my slides on again. Maybe you're a traditional artist, you love to create, but you do not know how to make a living. AI becomes your business and marketing coach to get your products out into the world. AI lets you combine ideas and get feedback instantly, to analyze incomprehensible large amounts of data to give educated and knowledgeable feedback. An example is the image that we have in front of us at the moment. This is a landscape imagined if there was a pyramid built in the center of the London skyline. Obviously, AI has taken my description a little bit further and put more buildings. But again, it allows us to combine ideas and see what will come up. You've got Big Ben, a few other bits all coming up there. It allows us to combine different information in both written, audio, and visual formats. What would it be like if we asked Salvador Dali to paint the impact of AI? Or what would Shakespeare make of social media? What would the summit be? I'm not an artist, but I have loved the feeling of being an artist through the medium word to image and through ChatGPT to be able to push creativity in a world in a way that is more aligned to my way of thinking. Finally, I just want to look at empowering a new world. 15 to 20% of the world's populations are neurodivergent. Being neurodivergent can affect the way a person processes information, communicates, and interacts with others. It can impact the way they experience and navigate the world around them. Think about that number and AI now. If we are conservative, we go down and maybe say 10% of the population, 800 million people will now have the power to communicate the way that suits them. Have the ability to reorder the way something has been communicated, or to ask an idea to be expressed as a story or as an image or as an audio file. To have an expert that holds all the public and possibly soon proprietary knowledge on a condition such as ADHD to act as your coach, to support you in how to manage the ebbs and flows of creativity that comes from this different way of thinking and feeling. Maybe you struggle to communicate in the way that others understand. Or maybe you just need a handy tool when we need a bit of help because we feel overwhelmed. AI allows us to step beyond thinking inside or outside the box to thinking, what if there wasn't a box? The opportunity to level the playing field is once again here. With the technology of AI that is right here, right now, and the possibilities of blockchain, which is being built, the change is coming, and it's coming faster than anything in human history. Yes, there are challenges that we discussed, but the opportunities are greater. Web3 will usher in a new era of the web. It will allow to unlock unparalleled productivity gains for humanity, bringing truth to the age-old request, I wish there were two of me. A new wave of creativity and innovation will be unlocked by the twin driving forces of AI ownership and ownership by the blockchain. Blockchain will help ensure that we create a fairer, more decentralized future where the rising tide really raises all boats. I haven't got the time today to go into the areas of blockchain, but this is something that I cover as well, and I'd be happy to sort of pick up a conversation with later. AI, as I've discussed, will unlock a more inclusive future. Large organizations with too locked into one way of thinking, they won't be able to spot the opportunities that this presents, or if they do, they won't act fast enough to adopt them. Even though this new technology is artificial intelligence, it still needs understanding, experimenting, and creativity to get the best. Already there are roles on LinkedIn and Fiverr that are prompt engineers. As small business owners, we need to adopt this technology. We need to push the boundaries. We need to unlock our creativity with this new technology and work in our work and other parts of our lives. Challenge our preconceptions. Thank you for your time today. I think that's pretty much bang on 20 minutes. I will be doing a workshop later on, getting started with Web3 and AI. And it would be great for you to join me or connect with me via my link tree there in all the different ways. There's 101 conversations that are going down along the chat here. So yes, it'll be interesting to kind of jump into what some of the questions people have got coming through.
Steen, we were like, the chat was unbelievable following it, because there was people who were using it, people who go, that's amazing, how do I get, and I think that was my takeaway from you, actually, was the creativity. It's allowing you to unlock your creative side and your creative edge, which funnily enough, I've been talking to people, including Christoph, who's here today, about everyone is creative at the moment. And what I like is it's allowing you to get your creative edge, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's sorry, is allowing that sort of like to use these visual prompt tools and things like that to play around it. You can adapt the lighting, the people, everything it's so powerful and exciting.
We're just going to cover off Kathy because she asked the question as you were going through. You've already answered it. 1:30 after lunch, Steen's running a session on how to get started with AI. So, you know, that's where to be.
And I think there's good to be had from things like ChatGPT. I put a post out on LinkedIn just the other day going, you know, do the work yourself. But actually, when used in the right way, as in terms of helping to unlock that creativity, I think there's a lot of good to be had from it as well.
So a couple of quick things before we say goodbye to Steen. So what I liked is the traditional creatives in the chat kind of going, yeah, actually, I want to use it. I want to embrace it. And then we like a bit of fun. Then we got Laura, who is fabulous, going, I wrote my kid's note to school using it and got a head teacher award for creative writing. Well done, Laura.
Whilst we're here, and just before we go and break out for the next part of the day, we just want to take this opportunity because Steen is representing Get Set Solent today, who are our main sponsors for today's event. Without you guys, we wouldn't have half as much going on today. So thank you so much, Steen and the Get Set Solent team. We will give a little shout out as well to Only Networking as well, who are sponsoring our networking area. Thank you, James and Kelly. And Mailer Light as well, who have helped us give you all your little goodie boxes in the post this week.
Right. Well. Virtual round of applause to Steen, everyone, as we're going to kind of remove him into the green room. Thank you, Steen. We've got a couple more things. Thanks, Steen. Sorry, I felt we were... Thanks, mate. See you in a bit. Right, it's lunch. I have no idea how this happens every year, but basically we strap in at about 8:30 and all of a sudden it's lunch at 12:25. So go and enjoy lunch. Speed networking, the expo booth, and I'm trying to find the schedule out on my second screen.
And the lunchtime roundtable.
And the lunchtime roundtables are all open. Get involved, connect. That's what this is about.
Grab a sarnie and come back.
Yes, we are. Emily's. You decided. I decided. Oh no, it doesn't matter. We won't go into that. And then 1:30, we're straight into sessions. We've got Steen getting started with AI, and we've got Rory, why I can't tell you I'm authentic, about building that authentic audience, being authentic and living it and being it. So if you've never met Rory before, you need some roaring berry in your life. Strap in. Nicola Dick, sorry, I've got to do this. Yes,
that's what I'm off to do.
Yes, that's what we're having. All right, see you all in networking when we pop in, or we will see you at after half one, actually back here in the main stage. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.